and the first of all is selection of a project idea. That means we can have multiple ideas as well. We'll be just working on it. And the second one include second phase of project formulation would be definition of various parameters and like writing proposals or writing statement of work. The fifth one I have written is project planning, as it is the next step after the formulation of the project. So project planning will always help us to look where our goals, where we are heading, or where we should be looking at. And it defines the future path for any organization, and it specifies ways of implementing our project. Okay, and the sixth one is project appraisal. And project if we have overall assessment for the project, then we can likely expect success in our project. And it actually helps us to answer two of the questions. Will be project as design meet our objectives? That means, will our project meet our expectations, or something like that? And the second question is, it would answer is, how does the project compare with other competing projects? In other competing projects does not always mean that we will be competing with other organization. And most of the time it's like maybe we have two ideas or two projects, and like is this project actually heading to in right path? Project appraisal will help us with that. Project organization includes designing a structure, pulling together a project team, and establishing authority and giving or taking responsibilities, and establishing project office. That means it might be virtual project office, or it might be a physical office, as well as project implementation is over there. Project implementation means the actual starting of the project. I mean, we're just getting started after overall planning. All of the
excuse me, Rohit,
previous
you are done with the 3 minutes. 2 more minutes left with you.
Okay, bye. So there will be project implementation along with project control. So which is actually monitoring, evaluation, and measuring success of the project. So, and project management, as I already stated, the project management state defines all of these. Okay, so project management have various characteristics. One of them being it always focuses on results. The other one is that it works as a vehicle. That means it carries out all of the planning and management, and it is, and project management is always based on multidisciplinary project team. That means some of the people will be working on planning, some of the people will be working on like implementation and something like that. Then it is always functional. Another characteristics of my screen just crashed. My screen just crashed, I guess.
No problem, Rohit. You can take some more time. Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, well, yeah. So yeah, the characteristics of project management is also planning and controlling, like integrating plans and controlling overall system, overall office, I guess. And it always has a kind of deadline. Project always has a kind of deadline and limit. So the function of project management is that it helps us to achieve all the results. And it also has a body of knowledge. That means all the management skills like scope, time, change, integration, also includes in project management. And what you gain and what you need, I have also written these things. And the benefits of project management for for a student like us is that we can gain change management skills, environmental adaptation skills, result orientation, coordination, team coordination, and developing teams, and re-engineering. That means restructuring the system, and effective organization. We can grow and we can be matured and something like this. And we will need this kind of skills, like technical skills, managerial skills, human skills, conceptual skills, like judgment as well. Judgment and intuition is also over there, and team building skills. And so I have also prepared one graph myself, and it says that how much effort and how much time we need in different phases of the project management. So formulation, we can see over here, formulation takes less effort and less effort and less time. Planning takes less effort. Planning takes
Excuse me, Rohit.
quite more time. Yes, right. Yes, Bhaiya.
Your 5 minutes are over. If I would like to ask the judges if they would like to hear what Rohit has to say, or should we
Yeah, let
just
him continue for a minute and conclude it, Rohit.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay. Yes, go on,
Okay,
Rohit.
so yeah. So yeah, formulation planning takes more effort and more time than that of formulation, whereas implementation is the main part of the project that we can see over here as well. It takes more effort as well as more time, and it carries overall project success as well. And at last there is termination. Termination might include measuring successes, writing how project actually worked and something like that, or like you can say writing and report. And so, and here I have also prepared one good project management for a student, but it is not the actual data. So this is my own analysis. So we would need communication skill, organization skills, team building skills, leadership skills, coping skills. That means like dealing up with risk equally, and some part, and we also need kind of technical skills as well. And at last, I have written a problems and solutions for a student carrying project management responsibilities. Here are the problems: lack of time, as you have to be involved in kind of assignments, studies as well, and lack of guidance or lack of communication or kind of miscommunications. And there is also a lack of clear goals, and as we are not that much that much like and that much expert, we might sometimes deal with unrealistic deadlines. And the solution to the problems are also written over here: setting clear priorities, focusing on one task at a time, learning to delegate or kind of delegation skills, regular and short stand-up meetings with the team, with the seniors or with some experts, and proper researching of the project, and having a proper project risk management system, and frequently monitoring deadlines. That will always help us to be in the right path. So that's all. That's all from my side. So here is a kind of quote
Yeah,
quotation
good attempt, Rohit.
from Udi Williams. No matter how good the team. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, good one, Rohit. Do you think today the one which you delivered, did you take in as a project? Is it a project?
Yes, ma'am. It's a kind of project, and I'm quite awkward to say you one thing. I have two assignments which were due today. That's why I prepared it within maybe 1 or 2 hours.
That's fine.
That is why I'm having quite problem in expressing.
It's fine. Good attempt.
Good
Vishwa, any
attempt.
questions?
It's a good attempt. Only
Yeah,
thing is, the beginning one, you forgot to include the project closure. Of course, later you covered it, but the project closure is very important. Otherwise, the projects run for years together, you know.
Yes, sir.
anything you start, you should close it in the right way.
I'm closing it. Then thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Any
Rohit.
questions to audience, other students? Okay.
From audience section, is there anyone who have some questions to ask with Rohit? Is there anyone? So now let's call upon our second participant, Chinmaya Priyadarsini. Chinmaya
Yeah,
Priyadarsini.
yes, I'm just 1 minute. Just I'm turning on my camera. Just 1 minute. Is it? Am I? Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Good evening to all of you present over here, respected judges, my seniors, and all my friends. Uh, My name is Chinmay Pradarshini. I'm from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. I'm in biomedical department first year. Okay, so I'll be now starting on with my topic that is project management for students. So project management is about getting your things done, like how you're doing it, when you're doing it, and the time interval that you'll be going to take. That comes into this. There are many other aspects as well while you are doing a project, but these are some of the crucial things that you have to keep in mind while starting it. And management initially begins with a goal setting, your broader ideas, and how you are keeping it accomplishing towards it. It is all about like bridging the gap between your abstract ideas and your concrete plan of actions. And the main component while you're going towards it is your team members. You should have highly skilled in the knowledgeable members. Actually, not only they should be knowing how to the theoretical data, they should be also able to produce the things. That is, they should also have the practical knowledge also, so that they can coordinate well. And whenever the slightest of the glitch that happens in between, you should all be able to gather together and resolve the problem as soon as possible, because tackling the problem at the right time also helps you in completing your project at the right time. And it is not about just listing of your ideas and goals or going on doing it, but it is also about the planning, management, organization, and communication that will be carefully choreographed and synchronized, and one after the another you have to make it. And you should be able to reach up to that level, that you should make it highly efficient. At least you can try from your level. The four things that is required in while you are going up to your project. First is you're setting up your goals. Second is dividing it into task and subtask. Third is putting your inclusive and great ideas into it. And fourth is tracking your project, whether it is going in a right way or not. And with all this, the main factor that comes into account is many a times we might have seen it in our real life situation and also in movies also, that we all have a plan B that we call the that we call the risk mitigation plan. That is the master stroke. Actually, when anywhere you lag in plan A, you just have to activate your plan B, and at least you can be sure that you are
Over for
completely.
you. Now 2 minutes is left with you.
Yeah, okay. So that you can be sure that you will be able to complete it. At least you can give your best. Right? It is never a losing of the situation. It is either a gain or you learn. So in either of the case, it is a win-win situation. You should try. You're putting all your efforts to it, and you should just try to coordinate your members, and all of you should learn many things at the process also. After the process also, you should try to again what shortcomings did you find, so that it didn't reach up to the expectation, and how could you make it better in the future days. Instead of blaming one another, you can do that thing. And lastly, I want to say that when students learn the project management skill, they grow up into managing the managing things really well, and they grow up into capable of being self learners, their setups and self managers. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah.
Hi, Chinmayi.
Hello, sir.
So I was one thing I liked very much. You were speaking about Plan A versus Plan B. Can you just
Yes,
elaborate a bit on that?
sir.
Can you just elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, let's say that I'm managing a birthday party. So what would I need? I would first let my friends' parents are approaching me to conduct their child's birthday party. So I'm taking on the project. So what I did is I asked them that what do you need, what food all you need, and how many guests are coming. They said that 50 guests are coming and we need a DJ, and I have set up all this. But in plan B, I'll be setting up that if the DJ doesn't work at time, I'll be downloading the songs so that as a backup, I can play it on my mobile and the speakers should be ready. And if instead of 50 guests, some might bring their other friends also, or their family members also, or it might be increased to 75 also. So I should also be having a extra food and extra materials, or if we're giving something to them as a return gift, I should also be planning it well. So that is our plan B. When we are planning it efficiently, it is never a that level of plan. We are just having the best inception of what can be happen, what can happen. We are not going into the exact number. So plus minus 5% error is seen in every case. In mathematics, physics, in every case we always take a plus minus 5% error. So in this case also, you have to keep that into mind, and you have to do the things for.
Right, right. And just to add to what you said, this plus or minus 5% you have said now, there is no scientific proof to it, but in general, that is used as the confidence level. The 95% is generally considered the confidence level, particularly in statistics as well as data. That alpha level is 0.05. So that is one thing the students should remember. Some of you must be already knowing. Otherwise, just note down this 5% will continue throughout your life as you practice engineering.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right. So that is one thing. Well done. You have given a very good example.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Chinmaya. You have performed very well, and thanks for the judges. Thank judges for his valuable suggestion.
Saujanya ma'am, you have any comments?
No, no, it's fine.
Yes, thank you.
She's did very good. Good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Nice presentation.
I'm very elated to have in this meeting. I learned many things. Thanks for your opinion. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's call our next participant, Ayush Misra. Ayush Misra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry for disturbance, sir. Actually, I'm outside from my home, and
so it will be better if you will perform at last, or in 5 to 10 minutes. If you will get ready, it will be better for you.
no, sir. I can't reach means due to
Okay,
medical.
Oh, you can continue then. You can continue then.
Okay, so project management. First of all, for doing some project and working on project, we have to plan for project and what problems we are going to tackle and what things we are going to perform under project management. It is a very important thing. First of all, we have to plan for that projects. Means what we are doing, we are going to do in the project, and after that we have to take our resources, our team, and knowing the actual problem we are going to tackle. After that, we have to know our guardians or stakeholders, means for which we are going to do our projects, and means they are the person they pursue our project and they get benefited from our projects. And under such circumstances, we can get to know that what resources, what cost, and what things we are required for our projects. And after that, this project management, we have a very important formula that quality equals to cost plus time. Under this formula, we get to know that balance between the cost, quality, and the time. Their relation means when we reduce our cost, when we increase our cost, we have to reduce the manpower, and just like that too. And that's it. That I must not didn't get time to prepare for more. Sorry.
Okay. You mentioned stakeholders, right, Ayush?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Who are all your stakeholders according to you?
The
Any other
person
question?
or
Hmm.
the person who get benefited from our projects.
Okay. Anyone else? Only the person who is going to get benefited out of it, or
Yes, ma'am. And also they gives feedbacks about our projects.
okay, the project manager, project opposite project manager, everybody, like whoever, maybe you might have read that the people might affect by the project activities or outcomes. Means like the project team, also stakeholders, the sponsor, everybody, whoever involved in that project are stakeholders.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Take care. I think you are in some personal emergency.
Is there any question from audience side? Please, audience. No one is there who is having any question. So let's call our next participant. Raghav Gupta is absent. So next participant will be Srinivas Panigarai.
Hello everyone, respected judges and my seniors and my dear friends. I am Srinivas Panigrahi. I am a sophomore in the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, NIT Rourkela. So today's topic is the importance of project management for students. So what according to me, what attracts me towards the project management is actually what I feel is that in every organization, in every sector, the building a team and working as a team is very important. Because what I feel from my day-to-day life experience is that a person cannot do like one person cannot do everything. So that's why that's why everybody needs a team in order to perform in order to actually complete a project or do like anything. For example, if I'm thinking of conducting a webinar with metallurgists, then what I have to do is, for that I do need for publicity part, I do need uh, the people who are good in sending emails. Then I do need content curators. For their job will be to write good content that we can put in the email, or that we can post in our social media handles in order to get the participants for the webinars. And then we do need designers as well, who can make good posters, so that posters will be used along with the content for posting the social media handle, so that we can increase our outreach. So the example that I'm trying to give is that for all these things, one person cannot do everything. So that and one person cannot be good in every field. So that's why the people who are good in their field, they can come and contribute in order to uh, in order to make a team. And that team, the effective or the productivity of that team will be very good, because that team will have specialization in every in the required knowledge sectors. That field will have people having specific or specialized knowledge in their field. Yes. Then so that this is what according to me, is why the project management is very important for we students. And one more thing I
Your
want
3
to share.
minutes is over. 2 minutes is left with you.
Yes, and one more thing I want to share is that in every organization, this project management skill is very important. And as one of my friend has also mentioned that the plan B thing that is also important. It is because the things that actually that don't go always as we want them to be. So that's why the plan B is a very important thing. And like in every case, nobody knew the COVID scenario. It was a sudden thing, and it was just for a mutation in a virus. So and that nobody knew that it could prolong to more than 2 years even. So that's why what I feel is that the plan B is actually very important. Uh, yes. Then the project management skills. Project management skills like these. The one is the counter planning. Plan B thing. Then other skills that a project manager needs is team building skills. Then having a plan B. Then uh, then leadership skills. Then and uh, and it can be others. I cannot answer. I don't know all other skills. But what I feel is that that like taking courses or participating in competitions as like this, one can improve his or her project management skills, which is actually very important as being a student. So this much is what I wanted to say. Thank you so much, judges, for giving me an opportunity to express myself in front of you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Srinivas.
Thank you, Srinivas.
Hi.
Thank you, sir.
You want to ask a question, Vishnu Garu?
Yes, yes.
Srinivas.
Srinivas, you spoke about getting different people to do your project, say like developing a web content and all. So how do you know how many people you need?
Sir, in which contest you are asking?
Suppose you need to do some project. You said you have to get the right people of different skills. So how many people of each skill you need? How do you know that? I mean, how do you get to know that? What you have to do to know that?
How do you assess how many resources you need for that particular work? How do you assess, maybe?
See, what you have to do is you have to break it down into activities, and each activity, how much time it takes, approximately you have to estimate. And of course, there also you can take the help of experts or your seniors. Then what you have to do is, based on this and based on the time available, how many resources are required. Like that, you have to do some estimating of number of resources. That is one thing. Secondly, so what will be the role of project manager in all this?
So that is to, as you said, that is to estimate the time and all these the available factors that are there
Yes.
to manage the resources in a proper way. For example, the for the like can I take the example of webinar?
Sure.
It is because yes. In webinar, for let me take the example that I do have 1 week left for my webinar, and then for the 7 days I do have, I will plan from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 3, day 7, like that. First I will start with the content one. the content, then sorry, for not content exactly. First, I will start with if I'm doing a webinar, the first thing will be to call to invite the speaker. Then first one thing will be to write email and send the invitation to the speaker. And after speaker confirmation, after the webinar date confirmation, as I said, 7 days are there. So then I will start the work of the publicity work for the webinar. That will be to write posters and contents for and share that in our or in the social media handles. Then we will do invitation to the.
Right. I got your point. What you have to do is, as the project manager, you have to enable all this and get it done. You should not be doing yourself. That is the message I'm trying to give you. Right?
Yes, but sir, the plan that the whole plan that is the work of the project manager, the project manager.
Planning and also monitoring and leading the execution, monitoring and also successfully closing everything right from A to Z. That
yes,
is the thing. Yeah, right.
Is
Well
90% of the project manager work involves communication?
Yes, that is the most important.
You're always communicating in different modes.
Recently, the first person, what is his name, Rohit Acharya. Rohit, that is where, I mean, at least he has given it a thought. He gave maximum percentage to communication, but still he's way behind. Right.
And Srinivas, it's a very good attempt. I have a question. You said team building, right? You need to build the team and all. So
Yes.
what do you think, like at what phases of project management do we need to build a team? At what phase of project management?
Ma'am, I couldn't get your question. Can you please
Project
elaborate?
management, you have phases, right? You have a different stages or phases, whatever you call it as, right? Planning, execution, implementation, closing, that stages are there, right? The project.
Yes.
So at which stage team building should happen? You spoke about team building and right. So at which stage it should happen?
Ma'am, it should happen in the first stage, in the beginning stage.
Okay. It can also happen throughout the right. New people will join at each stage. Throughout the project, team will keep on evolving. Of course, in the initially also it should evolve with the new resources and all. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, it can happen in all these stages. Actually, yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I would like to call our participant Samveda Nayak. Is he present? So two of our participant is absent, Samveda Nayak and Raghav Gupta. So I will request our honorable judges to give. So here comes to the conclusion of our program. So I will request our honorable judges to give their important feedbacks to the participant, to our team members, so we can.
So we have only 4 participants.
Actually, sir, there are 6 participants, but 2 participants are absent. So we have.
But I see 14 participants in the meeting. Of course, you, I, Chaitanya, Saujanya, then it will be 10. Then Deepa Prabha Madam, then it will be 9. Then Vishal minus it, then it is 8. So still, I mean, out of 14, only 4 are the actual contestants.
Audience.
Okay, audience, that's good. You're right. That is also good. I mean, the audience number should also have increased. That's great. Whatever it is. Sojanagar, how do we give our feedback? Shall we exchange our Excel sheets or how do we do that?
Yeah, we will we'll just give a feedback regarding the session and we can close and we can share later.
Right.
Fine, right?
Yeah.
Is it fine, right? We can
yes,
share the scores later.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
You feel better.
This has gone well, and But only thing is, again, some more enthusiasm needs to be built among the students, and more participation is required, at least as audience, at least to hear what others are saying, if not as participants, because this is a good discussion forum, you know. That is one thing. The momentum still needs to be gained. So that is one feedback. And as I said, this is going to be very, very relevant throughout your life. I think in last one also, Dr. Deepa was telling, no? So whatever you do, whether it is your term project or your master's thesis or whatever you want to buy a new mobile, everything is a project, you know. So applying these skills will help you tremendously in your day-to-day life. I mean, after undergoing this training way back in 2014, my approach to our life is changed, you know, and even how I execute my day-to-day work. So that is where people have to develop some passion, because you started doing projects in your high school also. You did projects. When my kids, right from their primary school, they have started doing projects, you know. So how to do it more efficiently? It is all about that, you know. So that's where I request. I mean, anyway, it is recorded now. So my appeal to all students is to participate more and more and gain from this. And also, they may have much better ideas. Also, share their ideas. So we all excel together. Not only you students, but also professionals like us. We also learn from you. You know, right? Sajanagar, you want to add?
Yeah. Firstly, really, I would like to thank the management for taking this kind of initiative. This really good one. And participants also, they really, it's a good attempt. Uh, Hats off, it's a good attempt. And as Vishnu Garu rightly mentioned, project management is really, it's very important for every aspect of life. It's not it's not like a subject, it's a life skill. It is required, and uh, for everything, like whatever he mentioned. Now, whatever you just delivered, it is nothing but a project. You need to plan, prepare timely, and you have to deliver it. So, like as Vishnu Garu mentioned, after doing PMP certification and all, it's really changed my life also. The way I used to work earlier, the approach towards your execution, approach towards your team, everything changed after the complete project management learning. Really useful throughout your life. It is not just for your engineering or IIT or nothing to do with the subject. Project management is really a life skill, and whatever you do, that kind of discipline, I can say it's a kind of a discipline it will bring in your life for a proper planning and execution and closing. So keep learning the project management, and do let us know whatever queries you have. We are always PMI PCCs with you to help you out with the project management knowledge. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
So here we come to the end of our programs. At last, I want to thank our respectable judges, honorable judges, Ms. Saujanya ma'am and Vishnu sir, for their important time and for their important suggestion. And I would also like to thank our participant and our team members. So so here comes to the end of our program, and feedback will be shared among the student in the team, MS team. So I would like to request our students, our audience, to fill that feedback form, so that from next time, if something is missing in this event, we will try to check that and make from next time. We will try to make the event more successful one and better one from this time. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you for joining.
Mr. Chaitanya will share our scorecards with you very soon, and all the best for the participants, and keep participating not only in contests related to project management and various, but also in various contests, because that will uh, contribute to your personality development, and also you will fare better in your campus interviews and all. And so participating and wherever possible winning, that is good. And always your objective should be learning. Whenever you participate in a contest, your objective should be learning and contributing, and winning happens automatically. I mean, as long as you go with a positive attitude, everybody is a winner. No. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your important suggestion. A feedback form is shared in the chat, so audience, please go through it and give your important feedback. That will be very helpful for us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Vishnu sir. Thank you, Saujanya,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. See you all. All the best.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Audience, please check to the feedback form. I will request every audience to check to the feedback form and give your important feedback.